Right, 1571, good luck. So we've not played before, no head-to-head score. I'll play a Sicilian for this one. 3,500 games per opponent, very good. Okay, let's go e6. There's no need to really pre-move this because it is a rapid game. Go for this Khan setup, a6. Okay. So I think bishop up is a move. You've got to be careful though with queen down. So yeah, I'll go queen c7 first, cover this bishop f4. I've just got to be careful, because queen down is a very annoying move in some of these lines. So I might play knight up, knight up. Okay, so potential for here, but I don't really like that move. Here, down, now I can take with check. So I'm just going to develop the knight. It covers this square from the queen, so we can try and develop the bishop somewhere. And then we can hopefully castle. So I'm going to develop the bishop fully. Try and castle, then worry about what to do. But we're going to get a lot of pressure coming here. So, oh, he's allowing us to win a pawn. What the heck? Is this some sort of theory? Is this some sort of theory that I'm forgetting here? Well, a pawn's a pawn in it, so I'm going to take it. It could be really dangerous. If there's some sort of theory, I only play the Sicilian for occasional variety, so I don't really know what I'm doing with it too well. I've studied it, but decades ago, a long time ago. But he's moving these moves practically instantly, isn't he? Like, he knows what he's doing. So we could get into a spot of bother here, but let's castle. So he's developed. So I guess I just come back all the way back where I was. Is he going to really launch one? I want to push the pawn, but in doing so, it opens up the scope for the bishop. So do I go maybe here then? And if he really launches one, well, fair enough. But I'm going to do this and try and close these pawns down. I say just a bit of occasional variety playing a Sicilian, so it's always got more risk for me than the Caro, which can still go very wrong, of course, but that's what I mainly play. But you're just trying to still stick to principles, challenge for the centre, get castled, think of your own king's safety, and then worry about what to do. So he launches the pawn. He's not using any real thinking time, but for what level on the clock? I like just a simple d6 here. It helps to guard this. He might do it anyway, but it solidifies the centre. It frees up our bishop to develop somewhere. The knight's got a very natural square anywhere. Okay, I'm going to put the knight on its natural square. I mean, do I want to go here to challenge this? So I don't think I do. Here, say he's going to push. He might look at that anywhere. I've got bishop here, but we're not going to take there. It would allow rook across. Yeah, let's just bring our knight up here, see what he does. If he comes down, I assume I'm just better off pushing the pawn here, but I've got to be careful. Takes, might allow check, takes, something like that. So here, maybe we'll just ignore it and play rook across. Yeah, that's what he's done, but he's playing these moves so quick. I assume I want rook across here then, but again, I've got to be careful. Just in case the bishop were to magically come here, of course, that would be a problem. But now I think I take with the queen. Get the cursor off the board so there's no accidental slips. Okay, so he's moved his queen. So I've got knight forward or bishop forward are my two candidate moves. If I play knight up, we deflect his bishop or we take his bishop. Get rid of that bishop pair. So what does he do? If he comes forward, we can attack it. If he drops back, we can potentially take or jump in. So I like knight up more than the bishop up there. Bishop up might have encouraged f3, so I'm going to play knight up and attack his bishop. So he's got the dangerous bishop pair right now. We've given up ours, so we'll try and trade a knight for a bishop, and it would then be equal coloured bishops. It takes. I've still got the option to take two ways. Probably with the queen, and say rook across will then maybe just drop back and get out of the way, something like that. So he has taken. So I don't see the benefit of taking with the rook. It's just much more instinctive to take with a queen here. And then maybe come back. I'm assuming he'll play a move like rook across, but it would give me the option to take the bishop first. And then if he moved, the knight would be covering the square. So if rook across, I could take. Oh, well, he's allowing that anywhere. So that's why we went there, to take that bishop. I think he's just blundered the game, actually. Takes, and the bishop goes. But we still got to try and figure it out. So if I take the bishop here, does he have a move like rook across? I would take with a check, so no, he doesn't. So I think I'm fine to take. He just moved that a little bit too quickly. So he's found that, but that hangs the queen with a check, and there's no back rank mate issue. Yeah, he's just moved a little bit too quickly at the wrong moment, hasn't he? At the wrong moment. Unlucky there. Let's see what it was in engine speak. Just see how I messed up in the openings. It's just one of them variety openings I've played, or variety for me. So the move times, let's request an analysis. Just 20 moves, so it's really just an opening. But yeah, you don't want to play the same opening every single game you play. You want a little bit of variety, even if it goes wrong. But there's always something to learn. Yeah, you can see Sicilian defense Khan variation. That's with the e6 and the a6 pawn structure. We played it pretty well, 93% versus 77%. So we're just pretty level here. Slight ups and downs, not perfect, of course, but not too bad. So let's just see. When I do play the Sicilian, this is often the position that I end up with this Khan variation. And we're just trying to get castled and then worry about what to do. So yeah, g6, he should have played bishop up here instead of g3. So all of my moves, nothing's been flagged just yet. We're just coming up to that. So he should have played bishop down here to attack the knight. That's a little bit inconvenient, isn't it? That would be a little bit inconvenient, that, because you can't easily guard, and there's nowhere to obvious to jump to, and you can't drop back either. So bishop in, what would be the move? So with bishop in, you just ignore it and you play d6 and you allow takes, but you're actually still completely level and fine. Otherwise, king into the corner. Okay, so that's something useful to know. So e5 I should not have played. I should have played d6 there rather than going forward with e5. So I should have played d6. So that puts us back to level. So I played d6 and move later. And then here I shouldn't have played the knight forward. I should have actually taken the pawn. So knight up, I'm plus 1.4 here. And that's plus 0.6 now. So takes was fine. And then he's just blundered a piece here, allowing knight takes. So yeah, the engine's saying get your bishop out the way. So maybe you haven't actually lost the piece if you see that, because my knight then has got no obvious squares to retreat to. So you've got to see bishop back and you haven't actually lost a piece. So if you see bishop back, but it's still plus 4.3. So bishop to b1, knight to g4, you get your pawn structure shattered. So it's plus 4 this. Wow. a4, rook across, queen to e7, trade, knight to c5, and then knight forward to d4. And the material's okay, but it's a much better structure for black, which is why it's so dominant there. But it was just, the way it panned out, it was just a piece. In this position, it's just a queen, isn't it? And the knight did guard the rook as well, so it's not like a back rank checkmate threat. So a little bit unlucky our opponent there, unfortunate.